Hi, everybody. It's Christine Burke here, forensic genetic genealogist, and a little informal today, getting ready for the holidays. I hope that you are either with or on your way to spend some quality time with family, friends, and loved ones. So, a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I wanted to talk about today our section here on Sun Tzu's The Art of DNA Reconnaissance, okay? And Sun Tzu talks about reconnaissance, and just as his The Art of War focus, we are focused on the art of genetic genealogy, right? And in this particular section, he talks about, or when we apply his principles to genetic genealogy, it says dive into DNA data like a spy and unveil the secrets of your heritage. Well, yes, sometimes you have to do that because people are not necessarily cooperative, or maybe they don't even know who they are, right? So, just as if you were going into battle, and it's unfortunate, we don't want to see it that way, but we have to be prepared to go out and go on the offensive and look for the information that we need, right? We just can't sit back and let everything come to you, okay? And he says here, recognizing reconnaissance as a cornerstone of strategic success. Can't talk today. All right. And it talks about understanding your ancestors' journeys and the hidden trails in your lineage, right? All right, so it talks about examining every segment, every strand holds a clue, which is true because whether you know it or not, and I love this about genetic genealogy, we are made up of all these bits and pieces from our ancestors, right? And they all come down and they kind of all come down like little clues. And you have to look at, it's talking about your shared segments, right? And those are the little pieces that you share with matches and you share with a common ancestor. Looking at ethnicities for clues, that's another great way. And migration path. A lot of times people say, well, my family is supposed to be this, but they are only in this area. Okay. Maybe they're not in the area that the DNA, the ethnicity is saying. But if you go back and you look at migration patterns or you look at the history, things that have happened, like wars or famines or um, weather events, why did people have to or choose to relocate? Okay, so you just can't take everything at face value. Also, it talks about genealogical espionage, right? Now, sometimes people are cryptic and sometimes people hide things from you. And which is very unfortunate. I dealt with it in my own family, and I still deal with it today. And it's really unfortunate. Like I like to say, my DNA is not your DNA. We all share this DNA. We all have a story. And I think it's just wonderful. So sometimes you have to get pretty crafty on how you can find that information. Maybe it's looking at different databases. Maybe it's looking closely at photos and other things, social media, all kinds of things will reveal, right? And to get the information that you need, right? If you reach out to them, the first part, and nobody responds to you, there are other ways, there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say, and there's more than one way to build a family tree. Sometimes you just have to, as I said, go on the offense and really be strategic and uncover, move every rock, overturn every stone to find the answer that you need. Okay. So think of it, although you want to do it as it's fun, sometimes you're working in a profession where it is your job, right? And whether it's a suspect or something like that, there's maybe, I don't want to say there's more emphasis placed on it because having DNA drama in my own biological family, I understand the pressing need to get it done and to figure it out, okay? And especially if we have a criminal or an unknown human remains case out there, the pressure is definitely on. So Try to make it as fun as possible, but also look at it as a challenge, right? Frustrations will come. It's inevitable. Sometimes you need to take a step back, but you want to go in and do reconnaissance, right? That is one successful way. You can't just sit there with last time I think I talked about football, right? You need to not only know your team's plan, but you've got to study what the other team does too. And that goes in battle for DNA, right? So we need to look at what the other folks are doing, what their matches or what their family members are doing, because sometimes that's a clue. All right, if things are hidden and people aren't cooperative, or maybe even if they're in certain databases, that can a lot of times give you a clue that they don't know who they are, right? And that plays a part too. So, uh, have fun, but at the same time, be serious and do reconnaissance to get the information that you need. I hope that this has been informative. This is the art of genetic genealogy, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Happy holidays and have a great day.